This is KC6PQW, talking on the 147.435 repeater, home of KC6SJ.
Hey, is it me?
Unfortunately, looks like CSG's remote has decided to jam people out, I guess, to try to ruin the conversation out here. All I want is continuity of a conversation. I wish they'd do something about the hidden jammers like this. You know, it's ridiculous.
I guess no.
Go ahead, Ace.
No. No, I get this. What's not me?
It's your remote. You just keyed up CSG, and that's the same signal.
Steam condition.
Told ya. Pat, the FCC needs to run you through a shower.
Yeah, Pat, what about, I think being a little music through your station is not nearly as bad as Pat broadcasting his awful poetry out here. Or it's not even poetry, really.
Caved in, Ted.
Say again?
Caved in.
Yeah, so am I. That's nice. So are 10 people right now, but the bottom line is that like I said, my attorney's a pro. He's been doing this for many, many years. He's an FCC specialist attorney, and it's legal opinion. I have in writing from him as well that the modification order was procedurally very off, if you will, and it's null and void, and he needs to do it properly.
Well, I have a question, Theodore. If you win, does it set precedent for Lester?
You know, I'm doing this in part for you guys. If everybody just rolls over, you know, and just goes, okay, you know, it's sort of like Lotto, who's next? You know what I mean? I mean, how about a little freedom of speech? The bottom line is there, Scott, is what we're doing, this is just radio. Are we really, in the whole scheme of things, are we really hurting anybody? Are we really doing things so terrible? I think the answer is no. You know, I really truly feel that way. And people, I know you're talking about, well, before 10 o'clock, people should watch language and things like that. And I somewhat agree with that. But also I feel that parents should, you know, be responsible enough to keep their children supervised so where they're not exposed to things like this, Scott.
That's right, Ted. That's why you should stay off the repeater, asshole.
Do you have a call sign? You just here, you know, I'm in a decent USO, and you show a lot of immaturity, and you just made an FCC violation by cursing. There, do you want to put a call sign behind that?
Jake, get off the repeater. You're the child.
What's your call sign, sir?
I just gave it to you. Clean the wax out of your ears.
No, you didn't just give it to me. What's your call sign?
Can I have a break? Can I have a break?
Quit jamming him. What's your call sign, sir?
Touch my pussy.
Sir, what is your call?
Pussy on
You didn't give me your call sign. You're a liar.
I thought that was GDP.
It was.
Oh, poor GDP. Did your weekend get spoiled, GDP? Oh, why don't you take your rat-faced kid out, go baseball with him or something, or maybe like a fucking steak?
By the way, that was a hilarious post. I really liked that one. But, yeah, GDB, apparently, you know, I'm sorry to spoil your weekend, but the bottom line is that I'm in the right here. Okay, I didn't do anything so terrible. And, you know, I'm not going to settle for a 3-year thing. We can go in front of an administrative law judge, and he can go toe-to-toe with my FCC specialist attorney. And I've got plenty of financial backing, including I'm single. I have no children to pay for. My car is all paid off. You know, nice BMW. I don't mean to sound arrogant, but I'm no Lester. Okay, I'm ready for anything. So, Mike, I appreciate your support. GDB shouldn't have come out there and made that violation just then. KC6PQW.
Owner, operator, wife and husband.
Is that my good friend Ted?
Isn't it Tom UJP out there? How you doing, buddy?
Roger, Dodger. Nice to hear you, Ted.
Thank you. I appreciate the support. Are you, you were supposed to move to Pittsburgh or something. Is that still happening, or is that put on the back burner?
Yeah, I'm taking off in October.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Tom. You are good people, but, well, that's the way it goes. We lose the good on 435 and retain a lot of the people that are not interesting.
All right, Roger. Nice talking to you, Ted. KC6PQW.
All right, take care, brother. Why is it that people have to, jam, and how come nothing's done about that? I guess when people don't identify and they jam, that's okay. The FCC won't send bands or whatever. Maybe they don't have the budget, or what's the matter? Tom, you're going to be missed. But, yeah, we lose people here and there. One of the things that disturbed me, Tom, was that one of the people, one of the sites had Frank, AGQ, Indian Frank, out there, and, that was the guy who committed suicide out here a while back. I think it was 5 years ago or something, and under the picture it was unknown who he was. Yeah. Well, somebody should relabel that picture and put, Frank, AGQ, another good guy we out here.
Frank Andrews, I love his whole name.
Yeah, just briefly, N6TK again. Yeah, in fact, I think those pictures were a real good idea, but there does need to be rework, as Ted has suggested there, about the labeling on them. There seems to be several mistakes and also a lot of question mark. I think if we would bat it around, since I think a great number of people have access to the thing that's there on the well, that one's in the 435.org web page. We could get a lot better labels on there. One of
Well, I'll tell you what, Roy, that the picture of Alan QX in that thing looks like the guy from Siegfried and Roy. I don't know what's up with that. Well, you can't expect too much from that page. The page has been updated in a year and a half. So, well, I don't know. Some people just don't have their stuff together. Meanwhile, here I've changed my page 3 times in the last, month or something? Get on the ball, people. Anyway, Roy, go ahead. I guess you lost your connection there. Give it another shot. KC6PQW.
Yeah, I was just suggesting that there be some rework. Actually, I thought it was a good start on those pictures, and a number of them were properly labeled, but there are several there that are duplicate, some of them with question marks. One or two of them I know are incorrectly labeled. RDA is in there listed as me, although I'm also in there, which is good. And in fact, both Kathy and I actually on the other one, on the Dick candles, get front and center. But I think by just looking them over, we've got people out there that would probably be able to recognize, if we batted around enough, probably every single picture. They're all from people that went to various social events and so on. So that's a real worthwhile thing, but it should be completely identified for its historical value. Okay, well, I'm getting back to my agenda here. See you in about 5 minutes for things. Right now, I'm looking at some information about crystal radios that I think crystal radio, broadcast radios, I think you'll find of interest. Here for the Antique Radio Roundtable at 8 o'clock, this is N6TK.
I'll tell you what, the thing that threw me was when I was labeled as Elvis Presley on that thing, and that's when I knew the person labeling him was really off. But I'll tell you what, I know we're waiting with bated breath to hear about crystal radios, radios from the 1950s and things like that. So, yeah, boy, who could this be? Anyway, I'll open it up right now, K6PQW.
What do you think of these? Better make it 20s.
Hey, PQW, there's N6TK. How about I'm going to give you a landing a little bit as soon as you get off it.
The bootlegger, Roy.
Out to the people.
What are you talking to a bootlegger for, Roy? He's a bootlegger. Roy? What are you talking to a bootlegger?
All right. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate the call support. That was very nice. And I guess we got Jim out here and Scott and some others, Roy, a roundtable, KC6PQW.
I'm going to give you a landline, Ted, if you say it.